Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. It has been a minute. I believe I have not filmed since before Christmas. By the way, if you celebrate Christmas, I hope you had a very merry one. I know that I did, or however you celebrate your holiday season, I hope that it has been amazing. By the time you guys see this, it will be New Year's Eve. So welcome to almost another year. If you're new here, I am so glad you are here. My name is Jeannie, and this is a beauty channel where I do a lot of beauty content. I do unboxings. Today is going to be a very detailed get ready with me for a full glam look for New Year's Eve or any other time where you want a full glam look. I have some tricks that are not necessarily needed for an everyday makeup look that I do a lot off camera because it'll make a video just too long and boring. But there are some things that are really important that will help when you want that super flawless finished look. Well, I've got some things I want to share with you, so all of that is coming right at you. And since this is a very long, detailed video, I don't want to make the intro too long, but I just want to very quickly mention that I have two giveaways open right now. One of them is part one of a holiday giveaway. It's got Jeffree Star, Anastasia Beverly Hills, Morphe, Glam Glow, so many amazing products. That will be linked in the description box below. I also have a BoxyCharm giveaway going on right now. I'm on BoxyCharm's PR list, and then I also get my own paid for boxes as well. And because of that, sometimes I end up with duplicate products that I can then give to you from my paid for box, which is something cool that I love to do here on the channel. For both giveaways and for all giveaways here on the channel, of course, all you have to do is be subscribed and then leave me a comment on the giveaway video. And as I mentioned, both of them will be linked in the description box below. And I do want to quickly mention both of those giveaways will be coming to an end this week, the first week of the new year, and then I will be opening my New Year's giveaway, which I am very, very excited about. But without further ado, and because this is such a long video, let's just get right into it. It's coming right at you. Hey babes, okay, so let's just jump right in because like I said, this is going to be a little bit of a longer video. It's a full get ready with me. And then on top of that, I did want to mention a couple tricks that I have learned along the way in my makeup journey and that I think are really important to pass on. And I don't always talk about these in my videos because we're trying to just do the makeup and get on with it. But I think they're really important to share. So I wanted to do that. If you don't want to hear them, feel free to fast forward to the next part where we finish off the eyeshadow together and then the rest of the makeup. But so this is not stuff that I necessarily always do in my everyday routine, but when there's going to be a special occasion, Christmas, New Year's, a birthday, a date night, something where pictures might be taken, or just one of those days where you want like a super flawless makeup finish and a flawless altogether look, there's some steps that are really important. The first thing would be to start the night before with extra skincare. So on the nights that I want to look super, super flawless the next day, I'll do my normal skincare routine at night, and then I'll add in a sleeping mask. One of my favorites is the Erno Laslio. This is very expensive retail value, but I would say 8 times out of 10, I can find this product at my Marshalls and TJ Maxx for under $20. Actually, this smaller size right here, I want to say is like $10. If you get the super large one, I think it's like $20 or something like that. But it's an expensive product, but you can find it cheaper. So anyhow, I will do my skincare routine, then I'll put this on and wash it off the next morning. This is a great option, but you could use any one, even a sheet mask, just anything to give your skin a little bit more TLC the night before, because our makeup is only going to look as good as the skin underneath. That is so true. So I started with that, and then the next trick is to start your base skincare a little bit ahead of time before the rest of your makeup. Allowing that skincare to really sink into your skin is going to make a huge difference in your foundation on your face, in your foundation lasting on your face. It literally makes a huge difference. For today, I tried this for the first time. I've had it for a while. I think I got it out of a BoxyCharm, and I had not used it because I had so many skincare products open, but this is the Wishful Honey Balm by Huda Beauty's skincare line. I really liked it. Like I said, today was the first time I tried it. So what I did was I put it on, and then I did my hair, picked out the top I was going to wear for the video, and really gave some time for that to sink into my skin. And my skin feels really nice and hydrated. My next tip is going to be, well, I'm in Michigan where it is cold in the winter and I have dry skin. So my lips, I feel like they're always chapped. Winter, fall, spring, summer, but in the winter especially. So a good way to start when you're doing your skincare and stuff like that, and then you're going to wait a while before you do your makeup, like I had just mentioned, use a lip scrub. Now, one of my favorites is from Jeffree Star. Everybody knows he makes a really great lip scrub, but if you're looking for something a little bit more affordable, this one is called the Supreme Glowing Lip Kit. I believe it's under $10. It comes with the lip scrub and then these really nice lip masks that are infused with wine and all kinds of goodies for your lips. But what I do is I start with a lip scrub. I like this one because I think it's sugar that's in it that scrubs your lips. So it tastes really good. It smells really good. And then it's also in a really hydrating balm. So as you're exfoliating your lips are also soaking in that balm that it's in. And then after the exfoliation, I will throw a lip mask on and let that sink in as I do the rest of my makeup. You guys, this will make such a huge difference in your lipstick for the night. So once I'm ready to do my lips, I'll wipe off the lip mask and then apply my lip liner and lipstick or whatever it is I'm going to wear on my lips that night. And it makes a huge difference. Your lips are hydrated, smooth, juicy looking. And so I'll tell you, my favorite lip mask is actually from Patrick Ta. And it's in She's Juicy. This is an amazing lip mask, but it's a bit pricey. So again, if you're looking for something a little less expensive, the one that I use today, and also one of my absolute favorites, is from the Cream Shop. And this is the Overnight Lip Therapy Mask. I want to say this one's in like honey vanilla. Yep. And let me just show you. As you can see, it is a product I absolutely love. I have hit pan and I'm scraping the side, so it's time to get another one. But the good news is this is very inexpensive and you can find it at TJ Maxx and Marshall's for even cheaper, like $3 or $4. And this is a great one. So again, do that exfoliation, throw a lip mask on, let it sit while you're doing the rest of your makeup, and then let your lips be the last thing and tell me that your lipstick does not look better, last better. It's just a really good thing to do. And then last but not least, for the under eye area, now I'm 36, so I've got some fine lines starting to appear. And again, I also have dry skin. So I like to use a really thick balm like product under my eyes when I'm doing that first round of skincare before my makeup and I'm letting that sink in. My favorite as of recently is from the Algenist, and this is their Triple LG Renewal Eye Balm. Their claims on this is that in 10 days it starts to diminish crow's feet. I don't know about that, but what I can tell you is I've been using it for a few weeks and my under eye area is way smoother than it was when I started using it. And it also is very hydrating under the eye. So this has been my go-to. I used it today. And then I'll let all that soak in. And then I'll also do, when I'm about to start my makeup, I'll do another moisturizer. You might not need to do all this if you don't have dry skin, but I do. So this makes a huge difference in my foundation and concealers and all of that. And so for my final before makeup moisturizer, I've really been loving this Kors Pore Blurring Pomegranate moisturizer. This stuff is amazing. And then, so then I'll put that on and then I'll use my primers and let all that soak in while I'm doing the rest of my makeup, like my eyes and that kind of thing. So that is what I did today. And then for primers, just in case you're curious, today I did use two. I normally use two. I'll use like a pore filling and then, you know, maybe like, a different one as well. I love my primers. But I today used by Makeup Revolution their Pore Perfecting Primer. This, in my opinion, is a really good dupe for the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. I know a lot of people say that the e.l.f. Putty Primer is one. Well, this is one as well. It gives a super smooth finish to the skin. It smooths out your pores and fine lines. Super, super inexpensive. You can find these even at TJ Maxx and Marshall's for like $2. So a really, really great primer if you're looking for a dupe for the Tatcha. So I used that, and then I also today used a touch of the Rhodial Glass Primer. Now this is something I just recently got, and I do like it, but I will say a little goes a long way, and it's not something that I would use for an everyday look. Since I'm wanting to do more of like a New Year's Eve look, and New Year's Eve, has me feeling like glitter and glitz and glam. So I did use a touch of this, and literally a pea-size amount for your whole face will do. And it gives your skin like an iridescent finish, which I do like and think is very pretty, just not something that I would be interested in having on my face for like an everyday type of look. But now I've got you caught up to speed. Those are my tips for flawless finish days. And I have started one eye just because it's going to be a longer video. And we still have a couple things we need to do to finish off the first eye, but we'll get there. One of them is going to be doing the underneath shadow, but I like to do my concealer before I do that. And then, of course, we'll pop on lashes for the very last thing. But let's just go ahead and jump on into the eye look and the rest of the look. So for the eye look, I decided that I was going to use this Alamar Cosmetics Spanglish palette. I got this a while back. I want to say sometime in the summer, and had not used it yet. Really wanted to use this color right here. That's the color that was calling me to the palette today, and it actually really surprised me. It did not come out how I expected it to, but that's okay because I think that the overall look still is it's okay with me. So we're just going to go ahead and jump in. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use this color right here as a transition shade. Of course, my eye is already primed and set. I used Gerard Cosmetics Clean Canvas in the shade Fair, and then Bella Pierre HD Finishing Powder in Translucent to set that down. And now I'm just going in my crease and kind of the outer edge here with this transition shade. This was the first time that I had even touched that palette. I don't even think I did swatches on it. It looked like it had not been touched, and I don't remember doing any swatches or anything. So I will say that these colors glide on stunningly. They are so easy to work with. But that color right here, which in real life to me looks like a super beautiful purple. I can see that on the camera it looks a little more blue tinted, but it didn't turn out like that on the eye. So the color I feel like was a little bit deceiving. But nevertheless, the formula on this is really nice. Now, I have some things from Alamar Cosmetics in my collection, but I don't think that I have ever tried any of their eyeshadow. I have like a Hydrating Complexion trio that I love from them, and some other things as well. But this was a first for eyeshadow from them for me. So anyhow, interesting little tidbit. Okay, so moving right along, I've got my transition shade popped on. Wow, there is so much pigment in that, but it is beautiful. I'm going to go ahead and pick up my Stuck On You from the Beauty Crop Primer on just a little brush and kind of work out a little cut crease here. If you've seen a Get Ready With Me before, you've definitely seen me use this pot primer from them. Very inexpensive, and definitely does the job for gripping onto your shimmers for the lid and making them pop and making them last. So definitely one of my favorites for that. And when I'm doing it, I'm just taking it on the lid and in to the top of like my eyeball, my socket, and then about 3/4 of the way across the lid, and not all the way. Then I'm just going to take my finger and kind of smooth it out a bit. Mine, normally, this isn't a step that I have to do with this, but mine is getting dried. It's like dried out a little bit, so just needed to smooth it a little bit. I need to get a new one because this is literally like a staple piece for me when I'm doing my eyeshadows, and it's super inexpensive. So anyhow, okay, so the next step is I'm going to take this color that was calling me. This color is the whole reason I chose this palette. Then it was I mean, it is stunning, but as you can see, it looks like well, in the camera, it looks like almost like a dark blue, but in real life, it looks like a dark purple, and then it ends up showing up like a magenta, but still very pretty, and it's definitely got like a duo shift, but just not what I was expecting. And now I'm just going to take this and pat it all on the outer edge here. Now with this color, I'm going right over that transition shade. I'm taking it to the outer edge and then bringing it right in to just over the center of the lid right here. I'm not going to bring it on the inner corner. I'm going to use a lighter color for that. But I'm packing this color on because I really, really wanted that deep purple, but it's still very beautiful. Like I said, I do love that duo shift in it. So pretty. That color is pretty. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a skinny domed, I think this is so this is a Sigma E41. And I'm going to pick up that same color on the tip. And I'm just going to stay right here on this outer edge and just blend right here with it. Just like this. I'm not dragging it in at all. I just want it to mesh into that transition color seamlessly. So it's not like purple and then the transition shades. This just kind of makes a more seamless finish. But I'm just keeping it right here on the outer edge. Just like that. And then it just makes the colors kind of melt into each other rather than like be like one color to the next. So this is why I do that. So for my inner corner, I have wiped my finger off. I'm going to pick up this color in the corner here, which is like a pastel purple. That's what she looks like on the finger. Again, there's definitely a duo shift there, which I love. And I'm just going to pack this right on the inner corner and tap it right into that darker purple as well to, ooh, this one seems a little softer than, whoops, than the other one. But just making sure I'm bringing it on the inner corner and then tapping it right into that darker purple as well to just make it mesh together. But that is really pretty. These are really pretty duochromes. Okay. Of course, for a New Year's Eve look, your girl's going to do some glitter. But first, let's pop on. So for my inner corner and under brow highlight, I decided to go with this. This is from Lancome. And I want to say it was their holiday palette last year. This is what it looks like. It's got some really pretty duochromes in there. This highlight shade has a purplish shift in it. So that is why I chose it for today's highlight with the other purple colors that I have going on. Kind of just matches. And I'm just taking a small, this is also a Sigma. This is their E46, and it's just a really skinny kind of brush. And I'm just picking up some of that shadow and popping it under my brow. And then I'm going to bring some on the inner corner as well. And I'll probably even add a little bit more on the inner corner after I place my under eye concealer and all of that, because it'll cover some of it up, I'm sure. But we're just going to get it started. Get a nice shimmery base in there. Okay, so for the glitters, I am going to use Nyx Glitter Glue. This is a really great glitter glue. It helps with fallout. I did not get one piece of fallout from the glitter on my on this side, and I used 2 glitters. There's not one piece of glitter anywhere on my face, and also it will help your glitter last all night. I used to always do glitter looks, and I have not done them much lately, but I kind of miss them. I used to love my glitters, but these are super inexpensive. I don't know if I mentioned, but you can get 2 of them on Amazon for like $4.99. So you literally need the smallest amount. I'm just taking it on this brush, and let me show you how much I picked up. Just the tiniest amount. even that's more than what I need. I'm just gonna put a little on the back of my hand because I didn't need that much. Now I'm gonna take the brush and I'm gonna tap it on the center of the lid. I'm not putting glitter all over the lid. Okay, I'm gonna pick up that little bit that I had on my hand. I'm just tapping it on. And then for the glitter, I have the Too Faced Pretty Rich palette. This has got some really pretty glitters in it, and we're gonna use 2 of them. I'm gonna use the silver one on the top, and then since I have this kind of purpley look going, I'm gonna use a little bit of the pink as well. And I'm just gonna pick it up with the same brush that I used for the glitter glue. I'm starting with the silver, and I'm just gonna pat it right on top of the glitter glue with little patting motions. I'm gonna get just a little bit more. And just really focusing it on the center of the lid. It'll catch the light when you're turning, but not be overbearing and take over the whole look. Okay, now picking up just a touch of the pink glitter and just popping it right on top of the silver. Just tapping it on. And look at this, you guys. No fallout. That NYX glitter glue is amazing. I know they have really expensive high-end ones. And I have tried them because, like I said, I used to be a glitter girl. But I have not found any that work as good as the NYX and at such a inexpensive price point. You just really can't beat it. So that is really pretty. I love the way that it catches the light. I know that it's kind of hard to see through the camera, but you were, of course, able to see all of the photos in the beginning of the video that showed how it all turned out. It just looks a little bit different. Okay, so for the next step for the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and do a very, very small kind of winged line. Now, depending on the shape of your eyes, you could definitely do a line across the whole lid and really bring that wing out. For me, with hooded eyes, when I'm looking straight up, I don't have a whole lot of lid space. So of course, if I'm looking down and being sultry and looking to the side, you can see all my pretty shadow. But when I'm looking straight ahead at you, there's not much there. So I don't want the liner to overpower the whole look. So as you can see here, what I have done is I have just kept it from the outer edge and then brought it out and just did a tiny little wing on the edge just to kind of lift the eye. It gives it a little bit of like a lift, but I don't go all the way across the lid for that reason. So it really is just going to depend on your eye shape and your own preference on how you do your liner. But this is how I like to do mine when I even do liner on the top. So let me find a good mirror position here for this because I want to be able to have my eye kind of straight open for this. This is, I feel like the other one was so much easier to do. All right. I can't get this mirror thing right. Let's go here. My little light is dying and that is not helping. By the way, the liner I'm using is from Laura Geller. It is kind of like a big marker liner. Then the other side has a gold crayon type liner. And again, just a very, very small wing on the edge, just for a little bit of a lift. And that is that. Then we're going to put some mascara on. We are going to pop on lashes for the final look, but we're going to use today, you know what? I don't even know how to say this brand. Is it Chantical? I don't know. This was in a recent BoxyCharm sale. It's a $50 mascara that I was able to pick up for $24. And this always happens to me. I was super, super intrigued on why in the hell a mascara costs $50. So since I wasn't paying $50 for it, because I don't think that I would ever do that, I had to see for myself. But this is what the wand looks like. And I got a little goop on the top. I actually really like it. Again, I don't know that I could pay $50 for a mascara, but picking it up at a discounted price, you know, so. And I'm just going to coat my lashes. I actually just kind of like stabbed underneath my eye there. Just trying to see if I need to wipe it. No, it's not too bad. But look at the difference. So you just saw without any mascara. This mascara is pretty amazing, I must say. Is it $50 amazing? I don't know. If you're rich and you have that kind of money to spend, maybe. Yeah, that's literally just one full coat, you guys. Stuff's amazing, I must admit. And I just got it on my arm, of course. Okay. So let's move on. The next thing I'm going to do is my foundation. And for me, while I always prefer, because I have dry skin, I prefer glowy skin. I feel like that's how it is. Now, if you have a natural glow from your natural oils, you're all about matte. You want to be matte. We're always wanting what we don't have as women, I feel. But anyhow, so for my foundation today, I'm going to start with the Pureless Ageless Glow Serum BB Cream. This gives a beautiful, beautiful, luminous, and it's not like a full coverage. I don't even know if it's like, it's definitely a light to sheer coverage, but I'm going to use a little bit of something else as well. But I'm just starting with this to get a really nice glow. And I'm just putting some right on a dampened beauty sponge. And I'm just going to begin tapping it in. Yeah. So there is some coverage to it, but it's definitely not like a full coverage product or anything. But I just love the glow that it gives my skin. You see it? And if I was using this alone, which I do a lot of times on lighter makeup days, I would definitely use a little bit more than I did. But since I'm going in with something a little bit more full coverage as well, I'm not going to overdo it. But that just gives such a beautiful glow to the skin. Can you guys like see all throughout there? That's like no highlight, no blush. It just gives such a beautiful, beautiful finish. I mean, I don't know if you have oily skin, how good that would be for you. But if you have dry skin, this stuff is really, really, really good. And it's also got skin-loving ingredients in it as well. It's like a serum in it. So, yeah, who doesn't love that? 2-in-1. Okay, so I haven't even decided what I'm going to go for foundation, but I do want a little bit more of a full coverage because this is a full glam look. Okay, I think I'm going to go in with my Trusteek, if I can find it. Where is my other Trusteek at? Oh, here it is. Okay, so I'm going to use the shade Cape Cod Stone, and this is the Trusteek foundation stick. I've really been liking this. I actually have it in 2 shades, and they actually both work well for me, but I think this one is a little bit more neutral undertoned. The other one is a little bit more peach undertoned or yellow undertoned. And I just feel like this one goes a little bit better for me. And I'm just taking the same beauty blender and just pressing it into my skin. It's looking a little bit ghostly, but don't you worry, we're going to warm things up with bronzers and blushes. That looks so seamless. So let me know down below in the comments if you guys have plans for New Year's Eve. My husband's childhood best friend is in town. He moved to New York with his fiance a few years back, and so we don't get to see them all too much anymore, but they are in town for the holidays, and we'll probably be seeing them, which is nice. It's fun. So, although I don't think we have a babysitter, so I don't know how. Hopefully the babies will be good. You never know what kind of mood you're going to get with a 1 and a 2-year-old, so we just hope for the best. But yeah, I know because of the ring light that looks super white, but in real time, like in real person, it looks so flawless on the skin. And it does look a little light for me, but once we add some bronzer and everything, that'll be just fine. So let's go ahead and do that. For bronzer, I'm going to go in with 2 different ones. Where is my... Well, I should have looked for stuff ahead of time. So, with it. Dang. Okay, so what I'm looking for right now is my oh, here it is. Okay. Eleanor Cosmetics Hydrating Complexion Trio. This is what it looks like. I absolutely love this. And I'm going to use this lighter of the shades. Oh my God, you guys, look, I've got an eyelash stuck to it. Do you see that? Cool. Alrighty then. So I'm going to take the middle tone shade and use that to sculpt out my cheekbone right here. The other shade is a little too dark for that. But this gives a super flawless finish for somebody with dry skin. I wish I had as many tips for people with oily skin as I did for people with dry skin, but the dry skin is what I work with every day, so it's what I know best. Oh, I've got this little chunk right there. There we go. I do also really like cream bronzers, but I'm going to go with this today. Now for forehead and the rest of the face, I'm going to go in with the LYS No Limit Bronzer in the shade Light. Absolutely adore this. I think I'll be hitting pan on it soon. I can start to see the little like outline of the middle of the pan in there, which is sad, but that's all right. I'll just get me a new one. But this is such a pretty shade on me. It warms my complexion so beautifully. And just bring it up by the hairline and then work it down. Now, depending on the shape of your face, you may not need to bring it as far down as I do onto my forehead, but I have a large forehead, so I'm just bringing like the excess product to really warm up the complexion all around. God, is that so beautiful. I love that bronzer. And we are warmed up. We're gonna go in for some blush. So I have been loving from Seraphine Botanicals the Prime Rose Creamy Lip and Cheek Palette, which I also have their Rose and Rhubarb. This is like my everyday go-to. As you can see, look at it. This is well loved and used, but I actually recently got this one, and I like this one a lot for the winter months. It's got some darker shades, but it's the same gorgeous formula. And I'm going to take a blush brush, and I'm going to go into this darkest color and the middle color and pick them up. I'm just going to go back and forth a couple times, and then stipple it onto the apples of my cheeks and bring it up a bit. A little on the tip of my nose, little on the chin area, and then just blend out the cheek so that it's super, super pigmented, but it's easy to sheer out. As you can see, you can just kind of take your finger and just sheer it a bit, but it's so beautiful on the skin, you guys. Like, looking up close, it doesn't look like makeup. It looks like skin. So it's so beautiful. And then I like to just sheer it just a bit. So pretty. I know it's so pretty. I just want to keep applying it. It's like, you got enough, girl. You got enough. Okay, so we're going to pop some concealer on. We're going to set everything down. Then I'm going to finish my under eyes by putting some shadows on the lower lash line and some liner. Then we're going to put some lashes on, and we're going to call it a night. So let's go. Okay, I have such a mess going on right now, you guys. So for concealer, this is kind of like another dry skin hack. God, I cannot find anything right now. What is going on? I'm just going to open a new one because I can't find the one that I'm looking for. So this is the Tart Shape Tape Glow Wand. So not to be confused with the Shape Tape Concealer. This is more of like just, it doesn't give any coverage, so to speak, but it gives a luminosity. So you don't need much. A little goes a long way. And I like to just put a couple dots on, just like that. And you can even do a couple up here as well. and then go in with your concealer. This is by Complexion. It is a full coverage concealer with hyaluronic acid and skin loving ingredients. So I do believe that's Ipsy's own brand, but I actually really like this concealer. It's long wearing, it's hydrating, it's not drying if you have dry skin, and if it is set correctly, it will last all night and not crease, at least a long time. I'm going to show you a trick in setting as well. This trick will make a huge difference if you have the problem of concealer setting under your eyes. So I will show you that in just a second, but I'm just taking a mini beauty blender and just tapping that in. And the same thing with the outer edge. Doing this just gives you that lift. So this is a trick that I actually just saw on a YouTube video, and it's not even somebody that I was subscribed to. It was just this random video that popped up, and I ended up watching it, and she had this amazing trick for setting your under eye area, or really any area, to minimize creasing throughout the day. And I tried it and it worked so good. Like, I was like, wow, that's an amazing trick. I wish I knew the channel of the YouTuber who posted this video, so that I could give this trick credit to where it belongs. But honestly, I did not know the channel, and I should have wrote it down, but I didn't. So I'm just saying that this tip did not necessarily come from me, but I am definitely willing to pass it on because it is an amazing trick. So we've got our concealer, and when it's freshly placed, we don't have any creasing, right? I'm also going to press some up in this area right here in between my eyes, just whatever's left on the blender. Okay. Get your favorite setting powder, doesn't matter what it is. I'm going to use Fenty Beauty's Pro Filter Setting Powder in the shade Butter. And then grab whatever you're going to use to set. I'm going to use a smaller brush for under my eyes. Where's she at? Where's she at? Really should have all this stuff just ready to go. Okay, so this is from Luxie. And it's just like a little brush like this. I like to use it for setting my under eyes. So I'm going to pick some up, and this is the trick. You need to first take your finger and smooth everything out. If there is any lines when you're setting the lines. So what you can do is you can smooth it out quickly with your finger. And I know this looks funny, but you got to make this face. You have to have completely, you have to do whatever you have to do to smooth your under eye area. If that means that you need to slightly hold your skin, hold it down and outward so that there's not one crease in that area, and then lightly go in and set it. So I just actually learned this the other day. And then it sets it smooth. And there is like, let me try and show you up close. There is not one line or crease. And you guys, I have lines and creases. So anyhow, and that goes with anywhere on the face. I've got some lines in between, like right here, in between my eyebrows. So make whatever face I have to make those lines completely disappear. Pull your skin very gently if you have to, and set it while the skin is absolutely smoothed out. And it stays that way. It's so amazing. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that is my new favorite setting trick. And do the same thing on the other side here. And guys, by the way, I tried this trick on a work day and it lasted all day. So definitely a really, really cool trick. Then I'm going to take a larger setting brush. This is by e.l.f. This is their powder blurring brush. And I'm just going to pick up just a touch and kind of just go over larger areas. Okay, so we're getting to the end of this. We're going on 42 minutes. I knew it was going to be a long one, but that's okay. There are a couple more things that I just want to touch up. One of them is I like to use this as a blush topper. It is Benefit's Georgia Golden Peach Blush. This is what it looks like. And you can use it as a blush, you can use it as a highlight, or you can use it as a blush topper just to give like a really pretty sheen on top of your blush. And that is my favorite way to use it, as a blush topper. This gives a really pretty glow. Okay, so now that we're concealed and set, let's do the under eye area. I'm gonna grab like a brush. Where you be? My goodness, I cannot find anything I'm looking for right now. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this little liner brush. That is what it looks like. And I'm going to go back into that deep purple color that I used, even though it's more of like a fuchsia color. And I'm just going to pick some up and I'm going to line my bottom lash line with it. And I'm just kind of keeping it on the outer edge. I'm not bringing it all the way into the middle. Or I mean all the way into the inner corner, I'm sorry. And then when I get to the outer edge, I'm just blending it right up into that small wing that I made with a liquid liner. That is so pretty on the lower lash line, guys. Wow. Okay, I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side here. All right. Now, just because we're already 45 minutes into this, and hey love, so I popped on my lashes, and of course when I got off I forgot I didn't do highlight and lipstick, but this video is already so long I just figured screw it, so I popped on some highlight. I used from Sugar Rush, the Tart line. This is the Fresh and Frosted. It's a really pretty highlight palette that I got a long time ago and kind of forgot I had. So I used the lightest color on that. And then I also did my lips. Kind of wanted to, I had the purple look on the eyes, so I wanted to do a plum lip look. And for liner, I used the Buxom Plump line in Anonymous Allure. And then I used the Huda Beauty Demi Matte formula in Lady Boss. Love, love, love the formula on both of these. And that's going to be it for this look, as if this video is not long enough. If you made it to the end, mwah, thank you so much. You know I love you all. And hang tight. Lots more to come here on the channel. And until next time, guys, stay safe, stay beautiful, and I'll see you soon. Bye.